Well, hi there everyone, Baryonyx5 here, and welcome back to Planet 19, where we are still here in this little bit of the tower, which still doesn't have its roof finished. So last time we were exploring Mistcraft, we were exploring Mistcraft worlds. Is that empty? I'm just going to pop some stuff in there. Now let's head on down here. I have continued exploring Mistcraft a little bit, and I have got what I think is a halfway decent world. It is this one. I've put those other books in the chest here because they were duds. Do I have a spare linking book just in case? I do. So let's just hop over here into age 18. Now this age still isn't perfect because it is an eternal night, but, and let's just get away from it a little bit, you can see it is a completely flat world, and it is a checkerboard world. Half of the world is soul sand surface with stone underneath, and the other one is this lavender biome thing. I've got endless lavender, and you can possibly see off in the distance there's also crystal shards, which I've not even gone and explored yet. But I have dug an exploratory hole somewhere down here. You can see that there are ores down here in this world. I found quite a bit. There's some coal and apatite down here as well. So there's plenty of things to mine up here. It's a perfectly flat world. The sun's rising. Oh my god, I thought this world was completely night. There is a ghast. Okay, that's not so good, but it is morning. Actually, if there's that's not too bad actually. Oh, if there's ghasts, I can get ghast tears from this world. I have not seen this world in the sunlight yet. This world is awesome. It has very funky clouds up there, and it has some interesting trees and endless lavender. Okay, I like this world. I like this world a lot. The only big problem then is the ghasts. The sky does look like it's always black, but if I get a bow or two I might be able to get some ghast tears. Oh, I am so happy. There's even a beehive over there, and a zombie in soul sand. So yes, this world, much though I love it, is going to be where the quarry goes. So I will have to be a bit careful about my linking books and stuff with ghasts about, but I'm going to go get a bow at some point. It's gone up above the clouds, so let's get back. So yes, this will be completely quarried out one day. And here we are back home again, so that world is definitely a keeper. Right, let us head back upstairs because we are done down there. And let's actually head over to the quarries. The first thing that I want to show you, I'm in a very showing you things mood today by the way, so expect quite a bit of that. You remember that I was breeding up the sheep. Now if I quickly cut out, hopefully to a little side screen, you should see that I was breeding up sheep and I got lots and lots of different coloured sheep. So I made up a load of dyes, had them all in here, and here they all are now. As you can see, completely shorn, because of course I have this thing in which is shearing them, connected to that which is still very full. If I pop in here, you can see that I am getting quite a bit of wool now actually, in lots of different colours. The black will be useful for making ink out of, the others will be useful for making other dyes out of. It is all just rather handy. Let's head on down into the quarries. Where here we have our passive mob trap, which I have improved slightly. You can see it's on again because it's not lit up. There is a second grinder, it's just there, the first one is there. So this is now up and running again. It's not working perfectly, but it is getting me passive mob drops. A few of them, as you can see, not many. I have picked up a zombie trophy. I've had spiders through quite a few zombies, few bones, few creepers. It is just getting me a few bits and pieces. Finally, let's just run over here, just to show you that this quarry should still be running. It is, the arm is over there. And this is completely full of stuffs. So I really probably ought to empty it because I don't want things backing up in the pipe too much. Get the redstone out as well. And is that gold? That's gold. Yeah, just take all these little bits out, really. So that is good. It is hopefully getting somewhere near the bottom, and we are getting some good stuff into it. Let's run on back up to the tower. The factory. I haven't really decided on a name for any of this stuff yet, so if anybody wants to suggest a name in the description, in the comments might be even better. You know, feel free to give me suggestions for names for various buildings. I don't know if that lip was on last episode or not. I've forgotten when I built it. Right, hop into here. I need to get that hopper back on this, really, to make it a bit easier. Stick the iron through, cadmium and indium in there. Now, it is still day, is it? Let's go out. I need one thing. Now, where is my one thing? It should be in there. If it's not in there, it is probably in here. He says, really hopefully. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, 1 second whilst I locate the stupid little thing that I have completely lost. It must be back in the other little house. Okay, so we are back and it is morning, just rising up over there. I found what I was looking for. It was this, the safari net. I had one spare, if you remember. And overnight I just made up a couple of hoppers, just one to put on top of the pulverizer and the furnace, just so that I can dump loads of things off. Now let's go out of the house, turn left, and go around this side of the factory, as I tend to call it. And up and over the hill, we're doing a little bit of exploring here. Because if we come this way, do you remember all the trouble I had finding sheep a couple of episodes ago? I had to go a long, long way to find a single sheep. Well, look. Sheep. Sheep everywhere. They are absolutely everywhere. And more importantly, in that massive world hole, you might be able to work out there is a village. There is a village within, 200 blocks of my factory. It is really close. But there is a little bit of a problem, which I'm sure you can spot. There is only one house. There is only one villager. I have no idea what his name is. Hello, sir. But he is a Tinker's Construct villager. He wants landmines and tool stations for copy or berry bushes, which is not a bad deal, actually. If we hop in here, you can see it's pretty cool, actually. He's got a stencil pattern chest full of all the different patterns. A little tool station there, crafting table, a stencil table. He's got lots of bits. He's got a paper knife blade, bronze bindings, a slime sword blade. That's pretty awesome. A cactus crossbar, wooden sign head, a cactus frying pan. Pretty awesome. And there's a piston as well. And I think we can hop up onto his roof as well, which gives you a nice overview, shows you a few sheep. So it's awesome that we have a village this close to our house. It's really unfortunate that there's only one villager in it, because that means, of course, that I cannot breed it up, which is something that I would really, really like to do. So at some point I'm going to have to go and find him a friend and start breeding this village up. If we just continue exploring by coming up here, you can see there are sheep absolutely everywhere. It is like 1,000,001 sheep up here. Now, I don't know if I'm still going to be able to find it. This is the reason that I brought my safari net. But somewhere around here, there was a brown sheep, and I did not have a brown sheep. Look at all these sheep. It is embarrassing. It is truly, truly embarrassing. Any chance of that brown sheep? I spotted him the last time I was exploring, but now he has completely vanished. because that is a cow. Never mind, let us... I shall find him at some point when I come back over here. Let us now head back, down through that, and back home again. There are just thousands of them. I am so annoyed. Right, there's also plenty of cows up here as well if I ever need to get a cow farm going. This is a plains biome, I believe. It's really quite scenic actually, I quite like it up here. And there is my factory. So factory, village. How amazingly close is that? Hello cows, hello cows. Right, let us get back into the factory. So today has been a bit of a showing things off day. There are so many world holes just at the minute. You can see my quarries down there, that's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. Right, okay, let's get back inside. Because we are going to do a few things today. The server is really bad today. So, things what we are going to do. Well, one thing that we are going to do is fill this in. I want a planter and a harvester going in here. Although I don't know exactly how I'm going to run the conduit in. But they can at least go in. For the time being. So, just a touch more of the old golds. So we all know the routine. I'm going to want a bit more glass. I am cooking up glass at high speed because I'm using so much of it in this base. Fail at the old clicking. There we go, pair of machine frames. Pair of reception coils. The planter also needs some pistons. And a plant pot, which is just made, of course, just as last time, from bricks. Von flower pot. Is that everything actually? Yep, just the plastic sheets and copper. So plastic sheets, plant pot, copper, that, and those is going to get me my planter. And we also wanted another harvester. This one will either do carrots or potatoes or both. This was the shears and invar axe. So one invar axe. Two shears. And it is gold, is it? Okay. A touch more expensive, but not too bad. Shears, gold, and the reception coil. Now I've got 5 pieces of the leadstone and not a lot else. So there is power coming up to here. Now hopefully, obviously, there won't be much space for this actually, will there, the way I have designed everything? And I don't know why that's a 4. Shall I have the harvester facing this way or that way? I think I might like it facing that way, actually. Do I have any bricks? I can just put it on this cobblestone for the moment. So the central square will be... How am I designing this? Perhaps that's a 4x4 at the minute. A 5x5 might be nice. In which case I'll be taking this little line out of here. It will sit in there, on top of a block which will be there. And the planter will go pop down there. And all of this will come out because the edge of it will be there. I think that will work. I don't think that takes up too much space. So it will be something like that. In that gap there. That is cutting into that corner actually, but that doesn't really matter too much. I am going to starve to death. There we go. So we just need another... Do I have a spare? I'm sure somewhere I had a spare servo motor. It is over here somewhere, isn't it? There it is. So as ever, we need a cable into it. Gladly, that's in just about the right place. So one cable with a servo motor. Servo motor will whitelist the things that I want to go into here, which are... I'll just actually set that way just so nothing goes into it. It is getting evening, but that's okay. Which are now, where are these? The carrots and the potatoes. Those are the things that are going to go back into there. So only carrots and only potatoes. And I have no idea how I'm going to do this actually. Carrots, it doesn't really matter too much, and potatoes. There we go, that will need a little range upgrade, and likewise that will need to come out and run underneath here. Just the right amount exactly, there we go. So that will now work. The only thing which it does not have is a power source. Now there is power, of course, running up to this planter, so I'm just going to have to drag the power down to here. But as soon as I do, that will simply work. So let's just grab and make up very quickly some, because I have plenty of this stuff. And these stuffs and this stuff. So I can make up 23 leadstone should be enough. It is getting dark. So let's just see where the power is. It is there. And we can just run it one lower down, can't we? Pop it underneath that. And presumably underneath this. And run it into the bottom of our planter. Dig those two out, pop that in there, and it is here, so that's in the wrong place. And I am trapped. Oh no. Right, there we go. And I just need to get out of here and run a piece probably up this side here. There we go, so that's got power, that should have power, it does. Right, we just need some dirt to paper over the surface. And then we just actually need some carrots to put into it and some potatoes. Right, in there. Now initially this is not going to fill the whole area because of course it is only set to a 3x3. I need a radius 1 increase thingy to make it actually work. But it will just work like this. And there we go, we have them all planted. Some potatoes, some carrots. How much does a radius 1 increase cost? Because it doesn't just need to go out by 1, doesn't it? It do. A radius 1 increase is lapis. Lapis, really? Do I have enough here to make that? I don't actually think that I do have enough plastic. So I'm going to put that off and do that off camera because it's easy enough, and when I do it will just expand out by 1. But we have a bit more farm going on now. Now just before, actually I think I will just have a quick kip. There are monsters nearby. Must be just the other side of the wall, which is fine, I don't particularly care. Now I just have one more problem. Obviously everything that I'm making is going into these chests, which is fine at the minute, they're not getting too full. Any excess though, we are starting to get excess rubber saplings here. If I click on the barrel you can see that I'm starting to fill up with oak saplings and seeds. Because there is still a hole into this, isn't there? Because this thing has finally filled up. So that, I don't really want clogging up my system, but there is something which I can do with it. Now the thing that I'm going to do with it I'm not going to do till next time, but I do want to pull those things out to the side because they are starting to fill things up. So this little link is linked indirectly, so I'm just going to pull things out this way. I'm not entirely... Oh, is that still there? Really? I thought I'd got rid of all of this stuff by now, this horrible sludge stuff. There probably is actually a use for it. If anybody knows a use for this stuff, please tell me, preferably before I completely fill it in, but I've never found one. Right, let's get out of that, thank you very much. And I am going to, yes, that is floor level. Just run a little bit of piping. I have run out of the item ducts. But fortunately they are very, very cheap to make, because they are just tin, which I don't have that much of actually. Another thing which I would quite like here is a few barrels. I think I am going to put these things into barrels. Oh, actually, it's better off just putting it in a chest for now, isn't it? So let's just siphon these off sideways into a chest for now, and I will play with them on the next episode. They can just sit on top of here, so I will need a servo motor. Servo motors are iron top and bottom, glass left and right, and redstone, and something is hitting me, isn't it? Hello, spider. Goodbye, spider. So this is starting to get very complex very quickly because obviously some saplings do need to go that way. Now this is specifically for rubber saplings and oak saplings and seeds. That is everything that I want to come this way. So that is a whitelist on oaks, seeds and rubber saplings, and I believe I have to use the ore dictionary, set that to off, in order to make sure that it doesn't pull every single type of sapling in. Yes, I did that there. It's because that is 6:2. They're both types of number 6 if you like. It wouldn't recognise that otherwise. So that should now work, and I should now be pulling all of my saplings and stuff out and into this chest. And that is not right at all. A whitelist just for those. Why is rubberwood coming this way? Oh, is it because it can't tell the difference between... Great. It can't tell the difference between... If I set this to off, I think it doesn't see that that's not rubber. Okay, I won't ignore the ore dictionary. That may still work because that one still is. And well, we'll see how it works, basically. If it struggles, I can always find another way to do it next time. And my inventory is now horrifically full. Because that will be it for this episode, guys. We have got a few bits and pieces done today. So thank you very much for watching this episode. I'm going to chuck these in here because I can, because they will get automatically sorted when they go into the hoppers, which is awesome. So yes, thank you very much for watching this episode. I do hope you enjoyed, and I do hope to see you once again next time for more Planet 19. Thank you, and goodbye.